Welcome back to Motor Review Hub. Today we are going to take a long, detailed look at one of the most talked about compact SUVs of the year, the 2025 Maruti Suzuki Brezza ZXI, including its factory-fitted CNG version. This is going to be a deep dive, so if you're considering buying this car or you just love keeping up with the latest automotive updates, stick around till the end because we're covering everything. Design, features, performance, comfort, safety, efficiency, ownership costs, and even how it stacks up against rivals. Let's start with the way it looks. The 2025 Brezza ZXI keeps the same basic shape we've seen since the second-gen model launch, but Maruti has given it subtle refinements that make it look fresher and more premium. At the front, you have that upright, SUV-like stance, a bold chrome-accented grille, and sharp dual LED projector headlamps with integrated DRLs. The bumper design feels muscular without being overdone, and the fog lamps sit neatly in black housings. The ZXI variant also gets stylish 16-inch dual-tone alloy wheels, body-colored door handles, and electrically foldable ORVMs with integrated turn indicators. The rear is clean and contemporary, with slim LED tail lamps, a spoiler, and a chunky bumper that adds to the rugged appeal. And if you opt for a dual-tone color, with the roof painted in black or silver, it really adds a sporty character. Step inside, and the cabin immediately feels airy and modern. The first thing you notice is the large 9-inch SmartPlay Pro Plus touchscreen sitting in the middle of the dashboard. It's slightly tilted towards the driver for better visibility and is paired with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, so you can just get in, connect your phone, and go, no messy cables required. The UI is smooth, the touch response is good, and the screen resolution is crisp enough for maps, media, and even the 360-degree camera, which is a blessing in tight parking spots. Below that, you get a well-laid-out control panel for the automatic climate control, and yes, the ZXI has rear AC vents so passengers in the back stay cool on long summer drives. The steering wheel is leather-wrapped, with mounted controls for audio, phone, and cruise control. The instrument cluster is a semi-digital unit, with a large analog speedometer and tachometer on either side and a crisp mid in the middle showing trip info, fuel economy, driving range, and more. Now let's talk comfort. The seats in the Brezza ZXI are among the best in the segment in terms of cushioning and support. The fabric upholstery has a premium texture, and the driver's seat gets height adjustment so you can set the perfect position. The front seats are wide enough, and the rear bench offers ample legroom and headroom, even for taller passengers. The floor is relatively flat, so a third passenger in the back won't feel cramped. The rear seats also come with adjustable headrests, which is a thoughtful touch for safety and comfort. But here's where the 2025 Brezza really starts to impress: the features list. You get keyless entry with a push-button start, auto headlamps, rain-sensing wipers, a cool glove box, and a 6-speaker Archimedes-tuned audio system that delivers surprisingly good sound quality for this segment. There's also connected car tech that lets you track your vehicle, check fuel levels, and even start or lock it remotely via your phone. In the ZXI, you also get ambient lighting, USB, and Type-C charging ports, and plenty of storage spaces for bottles, cups, and small items. Now, under the hood is Maruti's tried-and-tested 1.5-litre K-Series petrol engine, producing around 102 horsepower and 137 Nm of torque. It's tuned for smoothness and efficiency rather than outright speed, and paired to either a 5-speed manual or a 6-speed torque converter automatic. The drive in petrol mode is quiet and refined. You barely hear the engine at city speeds, and it stays composed even when cruising at 100 km per hour on the highway. The big story for 2025, though, is the CNG option. This isn't some aftermarket kit. It's a factory-fitted system from Maruti, which means it's perfectly integrated with the ECU and safety systems. In CNG mode, the power drops slightly to about 88 horsepower and 121 Nm of torque, but for everyday driving, especially in the city, you hardly notice the difference. What you will notice is the fuel savings. The Brezza CNG offers an incredible mileage figure of over 25 km per kilogram, which translates to some of the lowest running costs in the segment. The switch between petrol and CNG is smooth. You just press a button, and the system handles the rest without any jerks or delays. Another advantage of the factory CNG kit is that the tank is placed in a way that still leaves you with usable boot space. Sure, you lose a bit of capacity compared to the pure petrol model, but it's still enough for daily groceries or weekend luggage for a small family. And because it's all integrated from the factory, you get the same warranty coverage as the petrol version, giving you peace of mind. On the road, the Brezza suspension setup deserves praise. It's tuned for Indian roads, which means it absorbs potholes, speed breakers, and rough patches with ease. At the same time, it doesn't feel floaty on the highway. The steering is light for city use but gains some weight at higher speeds, making lane changes and curves feel stable. In CNG mode, performance is adequate for city driving, but if you plan to overtake on the highway, switching to petrol will give you a bit more punch. Safety is another area where Maruti has stepped up. The Brezza ZXI comes with dual airbags as standard, but you can opt for a 6-airbag configuration if safety is a priority. You also get ABS with EBD, electronic stability control, hill hold assist, reverse parking sensors, a rear-view camera, and ISOFIX child seat mounts. Maruti has also worked on the body structure to improve crash safety, and the Brezza has performed well in safety assessments compared to some older Maruti models. Now, let's touch on ownership. Maruti's service network is unmatched in India. Even in small towns, you'll find a service center. The Brezza's maintenance costs are low, spare parts are affordable, and the CNG variant's running cost savings really add up over the years. This makes it a very sensible choice for people who rack up a lot of kilometers annually. When we compare it to rivals like the Tata Nexon, Hyundai Venue, Kia Sonet, and Mahindra XUV 300, the Brezza stands out for its simplicity, reliability, and efficiency. The Nexon might have more power, the Venue might offer more gadgetry, and the Sonet might feel more premium inside, but the Brezza balances everything in a way that works for a broad audience. And none of those rivals currently offer a factory CNG option in this segment, which gives Maruti a clear advantage for economy-focused buyers. As for pricing, the Brezza ZXI petrol sits in the mid to upper range of the segment, but when you factor in the feature list, space, and peace of mind you get with Maruti's after-sales service, it feels justified. The CNG version, though slightly more expensive than the base petrol, pays for itself quickly in fuel savings if you drive regularly. So, to sum it all up in plain language, the 2025 Maruti Suzuki Brezza ZXI is a no-nonsense, practical, and comfortable compact SUV that now adds the bonus of an efficient, factory-fitted CNG option. If you're looking for something that can handle the daily grind, carry your family in comfort, keep running costs low, and still look like a proper SUV, the Brezza deserves to be very high on your shortlist. And that's our deep dive on the Brezza ZXI and its CNG variant. Here at Motor Review Hub, we believe this model is one of the most balanced offerings in the market right now. It's not the flashiest, it's not the sportiest, but it is dependable, well-equipped, and built for real-world Indian conditions. If that's what you're after, this one's going to make you happy for years to come.